Hello and welcome in. My name is DrumRollTony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician, and music teacher living in Seattle. New BAND-MAID video. Obviously, we're going to check it out. I'm very excited. Let's go. Oh my god, Akane, she's so fun to watch. She's so happy when she plays. I like this introduction. Let's go back and talk about why it sounds so good. I dig there. I mean, so many songs. Well, it's a normal band thing. You have your chord, your resonations ringing there, and the click track's going to bring you in. I just dig the energy from moment one. Vocally, I like that part too. It's cool because Misa's not playing yet, so we're just kind of have like pretty open, smooth. I really love the sound of the kick drum versus snare here and how that just kind of meshes with our guitar sounds before Misa comes in and kind of gets more of kind of a rock establishment to it, and we get that almost kind of a nasally thing going on the vocal line. I think it just pulls you in pretty quick. But I feel like I notice this in her playing all the time. Like, it's obviously one playing surface, but I feel like she makes the kick drum have like almost like dual timbres. It's really cool. It's not that way. It's placebo. It's not. It just feels that way sometimes. I dig it though. Yeah, it's just achieved through like dynamics and stuff, but it just, I don't know. I like the effect. It might not even be purposeful, and I'm just talking out of my ass here, but I just dig the way it sounds. Anyway, let me get back a couple seconds here. It's so good. And then immediately when Misa comes in though, and like we have that unison line, and it's very rock like, and it just sounds like BAND-MAID immediately. Let's go back. Let's look at the fill though. I know we're spending so much time at the beginning of the song, but whatever. They're fun to dissect and to appreciate. I just want to appreciate the evenness of stick heights, how open and fluid that is, and how good it sounds. And there's nothing like complicated going on there. Now, granted, complicated does not mean good. By no means is that the case, right? It's easy to overplay, but fluidity and like roll and forward motion and musicality, that all equals good. And there's so much of that presence. And then within all of that, you have performance, right? Because you could play, like you could have, the drummer could be covered up. You could still get it and experience it as an audience member. But that's why the camera goes to her. I mean, it's a fill, but look at her face. Look how expressive she is. That's one of the reasons this band kicks so much ass. And like, when you're someone that, loves the band and you're like going to shows and you see them all the time, like, I mean, I've only seen them once, I bought this there. I feel it makes me feel good wearing it. It gives me good memories. But like the fact that they are that engaging on something so simple, that's like a massive kudos to just where they are as musicians. And I love that. Okay, that was dope, dude. That we kind of abandoned the little kind of pop-esque to the progression that we had, and we went somewhere else. I'm not a fan. Previously, how am I saying this? When I play bass, it's just most of my gigs are like jazz related or like music theater related. Like it's all no pick. Like I never was a pick player. Misa was like kind of, I mean, I grew up listening to Green Day and stuff. Like it's everything in that kind of music. Like everything's so picked, but I was never really that into it. However, when watching BAND-MAID, it is, this is like later in my musical, progression. I'm like halfway through life already. It's kind of the first time I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should have been messing around with that more. I feel like the way she does it and the implementation, since she's like kind of a switch hitter between, different articulation styles within one piece, I'm always like, what would Misa do here? It's just interesting. Let's just go back. What's that? That's at 46. I feel like we get some good camera time in her. Yeah, man. I think like execution wise, it's really good because you get the harmony and the vocals because they're both singing there and we pull away, but she gets to play and just fill that part out from the low end. And it's, I mean, she kind of approaches it differently. It's not super low with what she's actually playing, but it supports really, really well. A little gliss in there too. Is that an ascending line there? It feels like it. It's just really good. Yeah, man. Oh, there we go. Goddamn, dude. Dynamically speaking, that's fucking loud. Like your volume is different than my volume. Mine's pretty cranked right now because the beginning I assumed was their like dynamic peak. No, not at all whatsoever. That was significantly a lot louder. I'm not gonna turn it down though. It's all good. Let's go back and appreciate this. That's 106. Let's go back. And that the drum fill at the end there was pretty nice too. Yeah, man. Listen to the bass line, how it walks up, walks down, and we get pa pa. Our accent patterns within the voice. That's just good song construction right there. I love the linear direction. That's great. I can't tell if that's some funky effects on the guitar or if that's just part of their track with like some keyboard nuance stuff, but it fits really well though. Everything, it's so timbre wise, it's super bright, you know, like when everything gets so trebly, it kind of gets hard to differentiate sometimes, even when wearing headset, but it doesn't matter though, because it rocks and it's pretty fun. So we're good to go. Back 10. Let's keep going on the next section. Sorry, I lied. We're gonna stop because I didn't catch the gliss on the most of that fill because I was looking at the fill. One more time, listen to Misa when this drum fill goes in here. Very nice. Very cool. Okay, so I feel like in that verse we have some counterpoint going on in the guitar part that's really nice. Everything's so loud, but it's there. For me, it's in the right headset. We're gonna check it out again here. Yeah, it exists between all the typical rock tom groove to snare stuff going on there. It's kind of hard to isolate. I mean, it's not hard. You just got to pick where you want your ears to go because blanket statement listening, it's obviously available. But for me, I get like, it's like ADHD ears because you're trying to like go everywhere and you know, it's like, well, Misa's so cool. You want to listen there. But then I'm like, oh, there's this like counter melody going on with what's going on versus the vocals and the guitar line. But I'm like, Akane's still playing cool stuff though. And it's so smooth and articulated. It's like, where do you put your ears? Hence the reason we go back so many times to kind of check out each layer here. That's a cool boom. That very, very different than the other parts there, and we get still. It's like there's so many glissandos going on in the low end that it really opens that up too. Pretty effective use of change there. That's 126. Let's go back to 115. Fuck, this venue's huge. The bass line in that section is jamming, man. There's so much going on. I didn't realize how big. I feel like the last video I did was like the Eggman video or whatever it's called, and it was like I was so jealous. I was like, oh my god, look how intimate the cedar is. It's super tiny. Look at this. This is huge. My god, man. I'll be like, I need to be in the front. I need to be in the front. Let's go back and grab this again. I'm really listening now to Misa because the lines are so good. That's cool. I dig the choices there. Where do we go? Dude, that was sick. I didn't know if we're gonna do a metric modulation there, or what's gonna happen. Then Misa came in and you know we put some flour in the soup there to thicken it up. That was very. Let's go back. That's interesting. Second listen, obviously you have more context, so it doesn't feel as out of the blue. I didn't know. I was like, are we going like da 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 da? Are we just really doing a 3-note kind of ostinato focus? It's still in 4. Everything's the same. However, when Misa comes in though, her line is so rhythmically cultivated from a very, very different spot. It really just kind of gives you a nice kind of a polyrhythmic feel against the vocal line. So this time, just listen for differences between Misa's part versus vocals parts here. I love it. Yeah, man. Oh, okay. Ooh, wow, nice ensemble hit there. That's cool. All right, so guitar feature, getting a couple blue notes there. We're stepping outside. We're just going out a little bit. I appreciate that so much because it's very bandmaid-ish, but then all of a sudden we're just flirting with little elements. We're getting super rock. I mean, they're already rock heavy anyway. You know what I mean though? Like we're just going outside of some boundaries. This is still within the feature. Let's just grab the entire feature again because it's pretty fun. Yeah, dude. That is sick, man. Oh, that's great, dude. I appreciate the halftime feel there, but what was really good about that, it was just so quarter note pulse instead of like doom. I'm glad it was not that. It was just big driving force, but tempo is still moving there. Obviously, it's just halftime feel. But I dig the interpretation on that. That was really cool. That's 248. Let's go back 338. Well, a little correction there because we still did have snare on the halftime 2 and 4. It's just that the pulse was so cymbal heavy, it really made it feel with that quarter note pulse. Or half note pulse, I guess. Okay. Ooh, yeah, man. I dig that. Just giving us a little of that. What's going on with the track stuff is really cool too. I don't know how much. I don't know how track heavy they are. We've talked about the track in a couple other reactions, and I've gotten some information. I really don't know. I like the line though. I know there's a chunk left here. It's probably some Practice Crowd stuff. Let's go back. Let's grab that little bop one more time here and just kind of let it play out. Dude, don't you just wish your life? How cool is that? You work super hard. You do the right things. You apply yourself. You practice, you know, throughout your young years. You develop yourself as a musician. You make the right connections. You put all that blood, sweat, and tears in. Look at this, man. Look at that. Look at that view, dude. Not many people get that experience in a lifetime. That is like, that's what joy looks like right there. I should just hear, hold on. How do I make this bigger? I need a scene where I just, boom, blow it up. I need to do that. Oh, I can do this. I can do whoop, that right there. There we go. And I can get me out of the way. Look at that, dude. That's what happiness looks like right there. Unreal. Dude, I also love her stylings and the way she plays. Hold on, let's just get these. Let's get these ending moments here. Right there. I just love it, man. It's so good. Also, talk about how healthy the technique is. Just so fluid. I know we talked about it at the beginning here. I can put me back up. It's just really nice to see from, you know, the technique where it's within, and then as the dynamics increase and we add some showmanship there, it's just very fluid. Nothing is boxy. Nothing is way too like constricted. It's just really enjoyable to watch as a percussionist, as someone be so great, you know? Yeah, man, the whole band kicks ass. Everybody is really, really top tier in their own right and all their instruments. Obviously, I gravitate towards percussion and bass just because those are my, you know, like two main instruments. So that's where my level of appreciation goes. It's not like anything negative towards anyone else in the band. It just happens to be where I go. And I know there's a million people that react to these groups, and we all say different things. So you can get your fill on the other stuff at other places. I really enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch. Link for all the socials down in the video description below. Thank you so much for being here. Please and thank you. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these two videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.